It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New York Giants and the Arizona Cardinals. Coming up next.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today we've got a solid matchup in store in the NFC as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. CD, big changes underfoot here in the desert for 2023. Most notably, new coaching staff. But I guess change seems inevitable when you come off a 4-13 season, does it not?
Absolutely. I think you're perfectly on track with that. And I think some of the change is going to be on offense where they were a little more wide open. But now, a bit more buttoned up, I would anticipate. And on defense, head coach, that's his background. I think he's going to throw a lot of different things at teams, trying to keep his team in contention.
Meanwhile, for the Giants, what a turnaround last season in year one of the Brian Daboll era, Charles. Yes, they finished behind the Eagles and Cowboys, but they did win 9 games and one more for good measure at Minnesota in the wild card round.
Talk about establishing a new base, a new culture, and getting into the playoffs while doing it. So tough to beat this Giants team in the fourth quarter. They expect that to continue.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway here on EA Sports. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" QB from the University of Tennessee. It's Joshua Dobbs.
Brandon, I know he isn't at the status of some of the elite names in this league, but I do know he's an absolute fighter because he's heard all the criticisms. He's read the articles that say he isn't good enough to be the starter, and he absolutely does not care. All he wants to do is prove every doubter wrong and show that he belongs in this spot.
Now the veteran workhorse. Here's James Conner. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Dobbs is throwing. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants ready to go now on offense. And under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
Playing for his Giants career, Jones' best season as a starter didn't come with huge numbers as a passer. He was just the guy his team needed him to be. Someone who could threaten the defense throwing it, and especially as a runner.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a 2-time Pro Bowler coming off a big year, Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing Jones. That ball caught by Campbell. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now the NFC's leading rusher a season ago. Here's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now Jones. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. Pass to Bellinger on the crossing route. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 13-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
2nd down. Here's Barkley again. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Jones now from the gun on 3rd down.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. Gano's kick is good, and the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Connor up the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
Good pickup by Connor. Such an easy player to root for. And in 2022, he really meant a great deal to the Cardinals offense with almost 800 yards rushing. His veteran presence, invaluable as they went through a bunch of changes on offense.
Right back to Connor here on first. Powers ahead at the 45. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
To throw is Dobbs.
And this will be swung out here for Connor.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs.
He'll get this to Connor underneath.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Prater's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Field goal's all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And credit Chris Barnes rushing in there and hitting him for a loss.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Off the play fake. Jones. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now, he just danced away from that one defender on his way to a gain of about 7 yards. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Dobbs to throw. Oh, Pascal able to haul that one in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Dobbs. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now he'll try to run with this. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
On play action, it's Dobbs. And that is incomplete. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
They'll run for it with Connor, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their 1st touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones.
He's got Slayton on the slant.
First connection there of the afternoon for those 2, and it's good for a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short. Could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll go to Barkley again.
And this will be a Giants 1st down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Operating from the gun, Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his 1st catch. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a Giant 1st down on a gain of 16.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
The football going back over to Arizona now. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's Dobbs to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Here's Connor on the read option. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Back to throw, Dobbs. Throw left side, complete. That's Connor. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. He hit his first, now this from 43. Prater's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So all field goals so far, 6-3 our score as the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On to punt, Jamie Gillen. "51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. With the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignment. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
And they'll try to run the option here.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. Now a handoff coming left, Connor. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. He'll take it at the 42. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Jones.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown. Darius Slayton, 49 yards.
And the Giants are once again back in front.
He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Set to return it. Here's Moore. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Dobbs throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. Dobbs. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Moore, the motion man. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Jones, and that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Here's Jones. A final shot before break. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Giants offense set to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now Jones. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Up the middle with Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. To the sideline and incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Again, it's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. 25 yards for Saquon Barkley. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive, because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, 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 and finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, Connor looking for space. Shoves him aside. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On first down, Dobbs to throw. To Connor on the check down. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Second down and 8. Dobbs is throwing. Throws this one right side to Pascal. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Dobbs. And this will be swung out here for Connor. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 64 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. To throw is Dobbs. Open is Swaim, the tight end. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9. They run behind center with Connor. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Prater's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. So they'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air. Yeah. I've got to slow down the running game.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Now Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They go play action here on 1st down. That ball caught by Slayton. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, no one wants to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And when you're in a 1-score game in the 2nd half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Moore now on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. They begin on the ground here with Connor. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
Throwing here, Dobbs.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 9. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line.
Darius Slayton and the rest of this offense about to begin their next drive.
They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete here to Waller.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 6.
Barkley, inside handoff.
And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Jalen Thompson picks it, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. From the gun, a give to Connor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 7. Here's Dobbs to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Back to throw Dobbs. And that's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And the Giants ready to come out now. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. Jones. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead holds at 8. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Now Dobbs. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 2nd down, Dobbs finding Ertz again.
Well, hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Dobbs. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Dobbs now on 2nd down. Screen pass to Connor. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here's Dobbs to throw. He'll dump this one off to Connor. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. This is fourth down. Dobbs.
Being chased out left.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Okay, we've seen plenty of games. We've been there before. They thought they had this one over with. If they could have stopped them right there on that down, now they've got to continue to play. That's going to be tough.
That's tough because it was such great coverage. They had them blanketed, especially there in the secondary, but, hey, took off and found a way. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Now Dobbs.
And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Third and 4, and this crowd urging on their defense. They're up and making noise.
Jones looking around. And he had to reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. All eyes on the Cardinals now. Down by 8, 55 seconds remaining. They need a touchdown and, of course, the two-point conversion as well. He'll look to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
The clock stopped. 50 seconds to play. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they know anything less than a touchdown here at this late stage is going to be no good. They were going for it all right there, but it was just too hard to adjust to that one in the air, and it winds up incomplete.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. He's back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And look, both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. And let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long and sign off from the desert.